it is normal that, oh, this is just happen. Maybe it's just a one-off thing. Yeah. But for people that do this and they do consistent observation, okay, they monitor and they see a consistent pattern, then they know that there is a challenge, okay. And for us, this is where we are. Now you ask, what kind of ambush marketing, what kind of practices?
And how does it happen?
Yes,
where do you go that you find somebody ambush you
yes.
and railroad
Now,
you into buying
again,
this product?
I started by saying that normal marketing is a strategy that every business employs, okay? But when it's now be done to undercut others, for example, in this one, what we've noticed is this. Some or big time brewery company could give a juicy incentive to distributors, major distributors, retail outlets, to do what? For them not to stock, for them not to display, for them not to sell particular brand. This may sound strange. You may say, why will a seller, so to say, do not want to sell a particular product? If they get some kind of incentive in form of promotional materials, in form of branding, in form of free monthly or weekly crates of products, and in form of some perks, they don't have anything to lose, because their whole essence in business is to make profit. And if they can be guaranteed some kind of profit without necessarily getting some product, then for them it's okay. But for the consumer, it is not okay.
But will it not also depend on the product?
That's fine. It depends on the product. Now,
because you may, for instance, I may decide to stock the product A.
Yeah.
But product B is actually what the people want.
Yeah.
So.
And that's the interesting thing about this. Because of the nature of the products, okay, it is possible to substitute A for B, okay, for not very, very, very committed customers. It is possible. For example, let's look at maybe paracetamol. Not very. For example, you could take either you take Lonart or you take one other malaria tablet. Okay. Now, if one is not consistently available, you then begin to tune your mind into, okay, that one's not always there. Please give me this, and that is the issue.
So, are you implying that some suppliers force the hands of those who are retailers,
some manufacturers,
yeah. They force the hands of some retailers to say you only stock our products.
Our product.
And if they choose to stock other products, what would happen?
It's a breach. Before they do that, they come to some understanding. Okay, I would do this for you. I could give you this. I could do this. Don't stock this. Okay. So, but if you breach that, then that's your problem with.
Then you lose out on
those incentives. Yeah. And if you stock, and if you don't stock this, people will still come to you. I want this brand. Oh, I don't have it. I have this. Okay, I've checked that they don't have. Okay, let me have it. And that's our problem.
I would think that for a product to have such impact, even on the wholesaler or the retailer, it means the product itself is, is selling. So, because if it is not, then you're not going to force me to be selling this cup when I want to sell a mug.
The truth of the matter is that if the product is selling, but when it is not available, okay, when it is not available, it goes down. The available becomes desirable. And for us, there are implications of all this. Apart from the fact that the consumer is then railroaded into a particular brand, into a particular thinking, into a mindset that, okay, this is fine for me. there is a larger implication for the economy, for business generally.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have to wrap up now. So if you don't mind, I'll make this the final question because we must end now. What can be done to prevent because what you're saying seems like some people are trying to create a monopoly in the market.
Exactly.
And in trying to do it, what can be done to restrain them from creating it by stopping other products from getting into the market, by having a monopolistic approach to dealing with suppliers and retailers?
For us,
very short
response. This is a call for action by the regulatory agencies. This is a clear case of effective.
Who are the regulators we're talking about?
The Consumer Protection Council.
Okay.
The National Competitiveness Council of Nigeria.
Okay.
These are people that are well positioned to stop this. And I want to mention this. This is very important because if you make manufacturers not being able to sell products, it will lead to redundancy. It will further lead to retrenchment. It will lead to job loss. It will lead to revenue for the economy. And this is the larger implication. But first, the key goal and challenge is for the consumer. The consumer should not be restricted. The consumer should not be railroaded into a particular point. The consumer should be given the freedom, which is the general principle of every business. Free entry, free exit, free choice.
So the government agencies set up as regulators should look very aggressively.
And then the consumers, I guess, should also, be watchful.
Consumers should demand. They should demand for a brand of their choice. And when they notice, and this is very important, when they notice a pattern of unavailability of a product in a particular location, in a particular area, they should please speak out. We've been receiving comments, we've been receiving reports. I think this is important. The consumer is king.
How can they reach you, for instance?
Yeah,
quickly?
We have our office in number 15 Odunjo Street, Victoria Island, Lagos. We have our membership organizations they do contact with many consumers. That's how we've been able to get this far.
Okay, thank you so much for coming this morning. Voki Igoroje is the spokesman, Consumer Rights Advocacy Network. Thank you for coming.
It's my pleasure.
Okay, Sunrise will be back in a moment.